Hey everybody, and thanks for joining me for this little Christmas time. This is not a formal concert. This is just me having a little fun with this keyboard, which I haven't had a chance to play with very much. So I thought I would try a lot of different sounds and use them on a variety of Christmas carols and other kinds of Christmas songs. That first one was requested by Edna Croft, my UK correspondent. I know it's after midnight over there, Edna, but you may still be awake, so hello if you were listening. Well, let's see. Let's try something else traditional. This was requested by C.J. Spensley, who is an old college buddy. We worked at WETN together, and she still lives there in Wheaton, where it's probably colder than it is here. I knew I'd do that. This machine has a lot of real pretty sounds in it too, just mysterious, ethereal sounds. And Evangeline Keeley asked for I Wander as I Wander, and Clarilyn Morris asked for Still, Still, Still. And I'll see if I can put them together for you here. many, many years ago, 1985 to be precise, I recorded a Christmas tape, and a lot of the piano pieces on that tape ended up on my CD, which I will be plugging mercilessly throughout the program. But anyway, this was the original tape, and the pieces that did not make it onto the CD were some of the ones that I did, kind of electronic pieces, which got a little dated. They were recorded in 1985. But there was one that my kids liked, and I liked it too. It was Mary's Boy Child. Well, I don't have the exact same sounds anymore, but I found a really fun thing on my keyboard here that I think will kind of recreate it. And it fades out into the sunset. That was Mary's Boy Child. Sherry Johnson wanted to hear that too. Hello, Sherry. Some of these people I've known since grade school. Oh, you know what? And I forgot. See, I had this beautiful, beautiful beach picture that I was going to put up here while I was playing that, so you could enjoy the waters somewhere in the tropics. But anyway, so much for that. I might as well leave it on there. Looks pretty good, huh? But of course, then I can't see my playlist. Okay. Diane Dabshinsky wanted to hear Good Christian Men, and I thought I'd try it on the guitar. let's see. We have some other things to try out here. Once again, this is just kind of an informal thing. This is not a concert. I apologize for the mistakes along the way, but it won't stop me from plugging this CD, Evergreen and Ivory. It's too late to get a physical copy to you before Christmas, but if you look on Amazon, iTunes, CD Baby, various other spots, you can download any of the songs you like. I'm playing different things tonight, but make sure that you get one of these. In fact, I see that, YouTube's very silly here. Let's see if I can get it right. There we go. See, I bought this really nice tripod, a little tiny tripod to put my phone on, and it holds it in proper camera mode. But for some reason, YouTube video wants to put it in vertical mode, so everything's sideways. So anyway, there you can see the cover. Glenn Teal asked for Once in Royal David City, and so I'll just do a little bit of that little boys choir sound here. Bring back those boys later on for something else, but let's see here. David Zitzman wanted to hear anything in stride piano style, and he mentioned I'll Be Home for Christmas, so I'm going to see what I can do. Have this nice tack piano sound. Yeah, well, the oddest requests come from your own family, and I have kind of an odd family. Let's see, let me find my way around here. Okay, this is going to be a guitar solo with a little backup. When my daughter Stephanie requested this song, I thought, oh, I'm never going to play that song. I have friends, I want to keep them. But then I found this merengue sound, and I thought it might be kind of fun to try it. I know this is everybody's favorite. So hi to Stephanie, and to Emmy and Katie too, if you're listening. Oh, it might help if I actually push the button. There we go. A 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to something more peaceful. By the way, thank you all for joining. I can see there's some comments going by. I wish I could read them while I was playing, but I can't. I'm going to have to go back and read them later on. Well, I found a little sound that's got some guitar with a piano solo on it. And Lee Adams asked for In the Bleak Midwinter, so let's see what happens. Hello everybody, if you joined in late, this is Larry Shackley. I'm just here experimenting with some things, and I hope I can find something that you like during this time. I've got a few more requests here. I got a lot of requests on Facebook, and I don't have time for all of them, so I'm trying to do as many as I can. Now, my friend Mark Ingebretson, he's a very classy kind of guy, and he wanted to hear the Coventry Carol, and he wanted to hear it as Renaissance-y as possible. So I can help him out a bit. But then I've been experimenting with this machine and found a really interesting sound on it, and I could not help but play the Coventry Carol. So I'm going to start out with it the way that Mark wants it, and then it's going to go all awry. not be the way you've heard it before, but I just thought that sounded cool. Let's see here. I've got a couple more. Oh, well, my friend Mary O'Connor, who I've also known since, well, we won't even say how many years, but we went to grade school together, and like with Sherry and others who attended my school, you would know that every Christmas, at the Christmas concert, when we actually were still allowed to sing Christmas songs, the concert always ended with two songs. One was "Do You Hear What I Hear?" and the other one was "Let There Be Peace on Earth." And now both of them, back in the early 60s, were fairly new songs. So we were being pretty cool by singing, new songs. But I'll play a couple of verses of "Do You Hear What I Hear?" just for old time's sake, and William Hatch School in Oak Park, Illinois. By you purists. There, I'll play it right for you one time. I got it wrong both times. Deborah, who I've known since music school, back in the early 70s or mid 70s, asked for "Angels We Have Heard on High," and I was looking for different sounds to use for that too, and I was trying out some of these old sounds. There's a Rhodes electric piano, and then there was Wurlitzer electric piano, which was on all sorts of stuff in the 60s and 70s, like the, anything from Three Dog Night to who knows who. So I started trying to do something with "Angels We Have Heard on High," and because I was playing this sound, it kind of happened like this. think it's time to just mention this one more time, that if you're looking for some really nice instrumental Christmas music, all traditional carols and some classics mixed in, it's not too late to download the complete album or select tracks. Oh, am I doing it wrong again? I can never remember which way it's supposed to go. Or is it supposed to be this way? I can't remember. But anyway, it's called Evergreen and Ivory, and you can find it on Amazon or iTunes or any of those kind of places that sell stuff. See, I still don't have it right. Okay, a couple more, and that's going to be it for tonight, and I'm really glad that you're here. I'm looking forward to looking at your comments. Thanks for being patient. This is just an experiment. I mean, I'm picking sounds and I worked on a couple of these arrangements earlier just to kind of get some ideas together, but most of this is just happening on the fly. So I did find a bunch of really nice vocal sounds on this machine, and I'm going to give you a little look at those. We're going to go back to the boys' choir, but then I have some other choirs. I got a gospel choir, excuse me, and I have kind of a Latin jazz choir. Carl Knudsen and also Diane from our little discussion group wanted Lo How a Rose. So let's see how that goes. Oh, by the way, in case you're looking at this thing, everybody wants to know what that is. Yamaha calls this the super knob. And I can do it like this up here, but I have a foot pedal, which you can't see, which I can turn around. That affects the sound. And this one, it has the choir, and if I push it the other way, a little organ comes on. But I'm going to let the boys sing a cappella tonight. Before a final little medley, I just need to have a little eggnog here. That's Baptist eggnog. There's nothing in it but the egg and the nog. Dan Wagner asked for anything by Alfred Burt, but he mentioned Some Children See Him. and I'm a big fan of the Alfred Burt carols. And so I'm going to end with Some Children See Him, and then Silent Night. That's always a good way to end. Marion Shawback Sturgeon asked for Silent Night. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'm thinking about perhaps doing a piano-only Christmas thing, maybe Sunday night. I don't know, but if I do, I'll put a notice up on Facebook. Thanks for putting up with me experimenting with this stuff. You can see I'm putting my music up here because I want to make sure I get all of Alfred Burt's wonderful harmonies correct. Good night and Merry Christmas.